sebelum kan next stage tu kebak-kebaknya lain. Kalah macam menunggu result O level, kalah.
Hatilah abah.
Pasal macam kalau O level tu tahu sudah kan diri fail kan. So, macam,
Ya Allah, confident.
Reza. Selalunya kalau performance ni kan during makan.
Yes.
Kadang-kadang duduk situ tu. Makan tu kita makan.
Dah payah
Sudah kita kenyang hang baru tahu tanya. Cuma tu.
I'm 25. You berapa?
Cukup untuk menikahi you. Salah, defeatnya ku dengan untuk dikir.
Anak. So Najib, if you are in a zombie apocalypse,
Oh wow, okay.
how do you think you would survive? And how long would you think would you survive?
Okay, zombie apa lab?
Zombie apocalypse. Kan ni pun Brunei ni kena zombie.
Zombie. Nombor satu, macam mana tu Macam mana dulu Macam mana survive? Tadi kan beragama Islam. Macam tu. So alhamdulillah dengan ajaran-ajaran agama Islam tadi berusaha dululah. Kena bagi akal fikiran untuk berfikir. Tadi usaha number one. Number two, lepas tadi sudah usaha 100% apa yang boleh dan tidak boleh dibuat. Then after that tadi berdoa. And after that tadi tawakal. InsyaAllah kalaunya sudah tertulis yang lepas satu kena gigit, mana jugalah. Satu. Kalau sekira kena gigit balik. Macam tu mana tahu jadi baik ya macam Assalamualaikum macam tu. So alhamdulillah tadi first time lah melihat zombie cakap macam tu.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for the answer. Assalamualaikum everyone. Hello, welcome back to this Lights Off podcast. Yes, my introduction is like this.
Siapa dan kita bercakap?
TV audience. Sama audience. Today malam ni
Hello,
kita
dari
ni
Syifa.
Ya Allah.
Macam lain.
Macam mana aku buat aku punya intro ni? Anyway, welcome to the Lights Off podcast. Today we have one of our famous comedians yang dulu-dulunya suka main pick up line. Masih rupanya. Masih buat pick up line and everybody. Please welcome Najib Jeffrey. InsyaAllah dia akan di-input applause punya edit lah.
Masuk kanan bunyi.
So Najib, what is your inspirations as a comedian?
Okay, alright. So ni balik-baliklah dulu masa first masuk Beruhaha pun lepasnya macam ada orang realize about me apa banyak juga kira ada kena tanya-tanya lah macam mana boleh kan masuk ni apa inspirasinya apa. So my answer ni will be kalau you lihat korang di mana-mana sama ni korang soal jawapannya lah. Okay, so basically number one dari rumah lah dari rumah I'm always Amin Taizan bilingual lah. Bilingual lah. Macam tu pandai
Dah suruh Amin Taizan bilingual lah.
Yan sisa bosan.
Jangan.
Alright. So di rumah has been always kalau ada sama family apa has always been a joker lah. Joker di rumah tu. Jadinya I think dalam podcast bukan podcast apa nama itu dalam satu series kereta bersama Hadi pun ada pernah beritahu barang ni lah. So I have always been a joker di arah family then terbawa-bawa ke sekolah apa and then dari sana tu kan it makes me feel happy making people smile laugh atau and also kadang-kadang when you do that it creates kadang-kadang epic moments, you know, macam contoh macam kalau tadi dulu pernah sekolah ingat kau masa Siano Tano apa gini so ia akan jadi kenangan sampai bila-bila. Tetapi kan selama ni my circle of epic moments tu is only within my close friends, my family. But now I want to have the epic moment with sebanyak mungkin orang Brunei ni lah, so that we can know each other well. Itulah. And then after that sambung boleh
Sambung cerita saja. Tadi ada 2 jam.
InsyaAllah. Okay. So selepas satu start dia minat lawak ni. Tapi my lawak tu indah terpengaruh ke budaya barat. So artinya banyaknya ke Melayu lah.
Yes.
So banyaknya minat ke Raja Lawak sebenarnya. So milik awal Raja Lawak.
Sepatu reunion?
Tu Maharaja Lawak dia. Ni Raja Lawak dulu. Itu Maharaja Lawak. Lepas tu baru Maharaja Lawak Mega. Dari Maharaja Lawak Mega tu it creates anulah macam mengambuh-ambuhkan lagi pasal Raja Lawak is only for Malaysian, and then Maharaja Lawak, the legends, the pemenang-pemenang daripada Raja Lawak ni masuk Maharaja Lawak. Dan dia buka lagi Maharaja Lawak Mega, where they open to different countries. So dari sana it makes me feel one day I want to wakilkan Brunei lah ikut. Pasalnya tema tu Singapore, Indonesia saja. Itu minat dia makin timbul. Then lama kelamaan ada tiap platform di Brunei ni to do that. So which is Bruhaha Comedy. So tapi masa when I first join, my first experience ke Bruhaha Comedy ni as an audience ia bahasa Inggeris. Macam for me, my English itu yes, no, okay, $5 green kan ya. Orang paling minyak yang pandainya.
$10 red cannot. $10 red don't know.
Yes, red color inside. Yeah.
Inside. Only green outside.
Yes, alright. So itah jadinya macam takut dia kan ceburi Bruhaha tu. Misalnya cakap English kan, takut penyampaian tu dah sama calinya apa itu ni. And then tapi lama-lama diorang ada tiap buka workshop. So cakap why not just belajar saya lah cara-caranya, you know. So sudah masuk ke ke workshop tu, rupanya indah luan terjun-terjun ayam sajalah sebenarnya bercalian ni. Ya ada mekanismenya, ya ada formulanya, ya ada cara-caranya, ya ada do's and don'ts-nya, macam especially tani di Brunei ni, tani mengekalkan prinsip Melayu Islam Beraja tu. Yes, so di mana tani ada banyak pantang larang, ada yang boleh, mana yang boleh, macam So which is a very good guideline so that tani punya lawak jenaka tu pun is family oriented. Di mana semua lawak-lawak tu dapat sesuai untuk semua peringkat umur. Yes. Sama kalaupun ia jadi ikutan yang baik.
Yes.
Itulah. Okay. So dari sana tu tapinya masa first join tu it was English. And masa workshop tu selama 2 bulan I think, dari December to January. Sebulan kali sebulan lebih lah macam tu. So ujungnya to graduate from that workshop tu, graduationnya tu bukannya dari segi exam. Graduationnya tu ia dari segi presentation. So maksudnya persembahan. So dorang dapatkan kami audience.
Yes.
Tapi dia ramai tema tu 50 orang saja. Less sekali dari 50 orang lah. Dalam satu bilik damit lah saja juga. Kami graduate lah, kira macam seorang-seorang perform. Alhamdulillah dari sana masa berlatih lain, masa perform lain. So I realise masa time workshop tu indah keluar the real me. Like belum keluar
pasal masih nervous kali
cuma tu. Tapi sudah on stage sama sebelum ke next stage tu kebak-kebaknya lain. Kalah macam Rizal, menunggu Rizal level kalah.
Hatilah baklah.
Saya tahu macam kalau level tu tahu sudah kan diri fail kan. Saya tahu.
Ya Allah, confident. Confident sudah.
Jadinya kalau ni kebak-kebaknya lain macam ni tu rasanya jadi pandai kali. Macam kebak-kebak menunggu Rizal tu. Macam tu. Saya selama ni dia pernah kebak-kebak menunggu Rizal lah. Saya tahu sudah.
Tahu sudah Rizal.
Tahu sudah macam rasanya mengisi namanya lurus. Ataupun kadang-kadang dia tagur, binnya mana bin? Macam tu. Sudah tu kabak-kabaknya lain lah. Tetapi I realise one thing, masa sudah naik, the moment I see the audience, my fear tu hilang, ia jadi Iski tu pulang. Iski kan perform. Nya orang Brunei kambuh. Kambuh kambangnya saja. Cuma tu. Jadi macam lain tu pulang macam I think orang lain akan jadi stage fright. For me ia jadi home.
I jadi second home. Aisyah masih macam tu.
Aduh. Cuma tu macam kadang-kadang ia menimbulkan perasaan macam Iski kan perform tu. Tapi tema tu perform English saja. Ya English itu macam
cukup dangan macam mana performance yang English.
Aku rasa ada nada. Itu nada kena record. So kalau itu I don't think so you can see anywhere. So yang dalam YouTube itu selalunya kalau you search di YouTube Najib Jaafar itu banyaknya orang audience yang merakam Audience yang merakam dan di postnya ke sana. Macam tu jadi ke YouTube atau tapi aku dah sadar macam tu. Tapi banyaknya yang sudah jadi Melayu. Yang masa English belum lagi kena post lah.
Apa nak post?
So I perform English like 2-3 kali lah. After that graduation show, keluar dia kambuhku di on stage satu lah. Jadinya time present English satu pun landeh Melayu bah. It's what you doing ni. Macam mana? Di kadayan kannya. Bah. And how are you ni? Macam mana? Macam mana? Jadi sana tu macam aku macam nyaman juga macam tu. And then lama-lama sudah aku perform English saja ni kan, I ask Zainal aku Zainal Bustaman is the founder of Bruhaha Comedy. So I ask Zainal niko bolehkah niko sekali niko aku perform Melayu. Pasal dulu Jidun, if you know Jidun is one of the Bruhaha comedian yang legend lah, OGs lah. Ia yang dulu pertama kali perform Melayu bah. And then I remember that I said that Zainal niko bolehkah sekali aku merasai Melayu. Banyak bolehnya. Kali iski lah. Sudah perform my first Melayu set tu. Selamat Hari Raya lah terus. Macam I found my, oh my God.
You found your calling.
This is my calling. Macam I love you. I don't want to leave you anymore.
Was it the Malam Aspirasi tu kata your first Melayu?
Indah. That one more on kambuh pasal ada Haris Iskandar. Of course I know he was there. I want to impress him so much that I create a very strong set lah jadinya. Yang that set aku berlatih sebulan.
1 month.
1 month for that set.
Apa tu sebelum tidur?
Pasalnya my set tu is pasal menjadi pilot and
menjadi pilot
sama steward. So atu my research itu sampai aku ke RB menginterview pilot, menginterview steward, masuk ke kokpit untuk merasai if I'm in cockpit ni ada apa saja dapat kupebunkan. Dan sampai aku duduk ke tempat dorang punya steward punya training center. So di sana tu dapat melihatkan tu ada, tapi ngam tema tu kena bawa melawat. Kena bawa melawat with other influencers juga, melawat ke what do you call that, ke tempat training dorang. So I can see dia macam what is dorang normal punya apa yang dorang cakap, apa yang dorang, macam mana dorang lalu apa. Kan kalau dorang menyuruh troli apa tu, it's sampit kan. So atu, and then kalau macam
keluarkan nasi katok lili.
Macam tu. Yang sama kalau you masuk aeroplane as a customer, you masuk, ya lihat tiket kan tak, ataupun dia tanya berapanya, sini. Dan jual jalan lain.
Satu line saja.
Macam tu. So dari sana lah, and then I interview je di luar waktu kerja. I call up few of my friends yang steward and stewardess just to get dorang punya feedback, how it feels like to be a real stewardess. Apa challengesnya, apa dorang punya ups and downs. Dari sana I get information. So that's why that set itu for me was so strong because the research was strong. Itulah usahanya tu tinggi lah.
Even I watch it, I still laugh.
Tapi kadang-kadang ketawa pasal orang depan tu ketawa kali.
Orang
depan tu lain ketawanya.
Mi ketawa pasal your set, and then for the guy yang legging.
Legging atau bini-bini tu.
For the guy, I'm sorry. For the lady.
Bini-bini tu. Rambutnya lagi tabal tu. Tertutup telinga.
Berita baru buka lah tu.
So that one lah how I started lah. And then after that Zainal dia beri kepercayaan for me to have, kira macam satu night tu semua Malay saja. So banyak dia I was so thankful to Bruhaha lah to give us opportunity to have Malay night ali-ali itu lah. So Indah termasuk dengan English. So dari sana ia grew besar. And then up to COVID dia. And COVID sayang kan, we have a lot of the ideas sudah in head, tapi daripada anda dapat dijadikan sketch untuk on stage, I combine with few other Malay colleagues, kira Malay comics lah, yang untuk kami collab untuk buatkan jadikan video. So I collab first with Law, with Naz, and then ada juga collab sama dorang Aiman, ada collab sama dorang Zul apa. So dari sana kami awal macam post saya saja macam sayang idea tu keep on running saja. So kami post macam tapi dapat reaction yang bagus daripada audience tu macam then lama-lama ada tiap business cakap nahnya kami ada barangnya masukkan saja dalam video kamu. Kami cuba saja. Cuba macam bagus, and then kami tanya pun that company yang lepas kami post satu apa tah macam awalnya banyak tu orang balik lepas satu apa itu ini.
Design lah.
So which is so we decided to approach different companies.
Different companies.
Just to macam kami kan buat video ni, ni storyline-nya. Kita mau sponsor cerita.
Basically brand deals lah.
Tapi tema tu baru macam cuba-cuba saja.
Cuba testing baru.
Testing lah. Jadi diorang mau, then lama-lama makin bukan pelang kami yang mencari, kami yang kena cari tu pelang.
Siok jua.
Alhamdulillah. So, tapi awal-awal tu time COVID tu susah lah. And then lama-lama sudah lepas COVID, we can perform lagi balik. Itu macam makin strong lah. Pasal macam makin comfortable sudah in front of camera, talking to audience apa. Dan dari sana, karena panggil tu jual MC, panggil tiap corporate event untuk perform. Performing for corporate event sama performing in Bruhaha is two different things.
How different?
Pasal kalau Bruhaha, you perform in Bruhaha, people datang with a mindset kan ketawa.
Just to
with
laugh,
a mindset
just to distress.
to watch.
Yes, to watch.
Kalau corporate orang datang to mingle, kan menang prize, kan huha-huha, kan makan. Bukan to concentrate dengar you. So, you have to work extra hard to get their attention. And if your set is talking about something different daripada dorang, they wouldn't listen. So, it is quite tricky if performing for corporate lah. So, you need to do your research benar-benar lah. Macam, you need to understand your crowd. Macam contoh saja. Kalau sekira for banks lah contoh.
Yes.
Ada
For apa?
Banks.
Banks. Okay.
Banks.
Fikirku BANG bah.
BANK.
Bank.
Bukan. Bank So ikutlah bank mana yang you are tu. So if you talk other than what they do, so akan melayang lah jauh tak dorang. So dorang cannot relate. So you need to talk about apa yang banks do, like dorang punya teller ke tu, dorang punya back call center ke tu. So you imitate them. So as if you are call center, ada pelanggan-pelanggan yang susah, yang macam mana lain-lain soalannya. Alahnya, bank anu nek, bukan kita. Bukan. Kita menelpon siapa tadi? Macam tu. So itulah, kalau you talk about that, people will get attracted pasal benar tu kami merasai. Different from Bruhaha show, you talk about anything, people want to hear.
Yes.
So itulah differentnya.
You're the main spotlight there, and people watch you.
Yeah. So itulah differentnya. Kadang-kadang it's quite hard juga to perform at corporate. People indah dengar. People macam kalau di Bruhaha show, lampu semua tutup.
Yes.
Concentration on the stage.
On the spotlight.
Kalau corporate event, lampu semua buka.
Semua buka.
And
everywhere,
then buffet,
everybody is everywhere.
And then selalunya kalau performance ni kan during makan.
Yes.
Kadang-kadang
tak bum bum bum.
Kadang-kadang duduk situ tu. Makan tu kita makan.
Dah payah
Sudah kita kenyang hang baru tanya. Cuma tu.
Baru tak lihat kelas makannya.
So it is quite hard lah. Your question tadi sebenarnya macam mana boleh berminat kan?
Inspiration
sudah.
Sudah. Cut.
Itu bila Taufik wal Hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
20 minutes saja.
Okay.
I want to know kan. I think kan, you know mo buat pick up line barahku. Itu macam aku nada hype ni. Macam.
Okay. Cuma ni lah. Itu banyak-banyak minyak kan. Minyak, ada satu minyak ni yang bagi hayal.
Minyak. Ami tahu ni.
Apa?
Menyaksikan you
senyuman je. Personal.
I pro pick line also. Okay.
Aduh. You mau minyak kapak kah? Mau kan? Pasalnya dari tadi mi takut you paning lah. Pasal dari tadi you pusing-pusing lah mu tak mi. InsyaAllah. Allahu Akbar.
Habis ni bising.
Bermarak.
Haish. Ada lagi? Ada lagi?
Tapi kan Mi heran bah, mobile Mi ni kan dari tadi Mi charging bah. Tapi baterinya nombor panuh-panuh. Yang panuhnya Cinta Mia Rahyu. Jack. Baru tu pick up line dah. Baru. Belum ada orang pakai tak?
It's okay. I have the privilege. By the way, you're Najib Jeffrey, right?
Wei, cek. Macam kena balas ni. Okay. Najib Jeffrey, yes.
Najib Jeffrey kan? I thought you were mine.
Masya-Allah.
You found your match, is it?
Yes. I found my match already. Ya Aninawati ya. Ingat itu, Ya Aninawati.
Kenapa?
Bakal Mama Mertua you. Salah orang lawannya, geng.
Manis di sini, Ani.
Salah orang lawannya.
Ya Allah.
Aduh.
It's okay. Demi tu fikir dulu.
Tapi you contoh ni serius soalan lah tapi nya. Kan you cakap you podcast Ani baru. Do you get any like kursus ke apa untuk Anika?
Kursus indah.
I think you should kursus lah. Tadi 2 lah pergi kursus tu.
Boleh kursus.
Kursus nikah.
Ini kan cakap sudah kan kursus nikah tu. Aduh, tekanan lagi ku mic. Sudah? Sudah, Najib?
Sudah.
Tapi Najib, your jacket ini nampak.
Wah. Boyfriend material.
Bukan boyfriend material.
Okay.
Indah pasal yang macam putih-putih krim untuk praktis untuk nikah dah.
InsyaAllah. Hebat. I think tukar kali ya. You salah ni duduk sana tu. Patutnya duduk di pelamin bahasa Mami.
Indah duduk di pelamin. Okey, Mi pakai cincin sudah. You mana? Pelamin
Nunggu you belikan.
Dah mampu.
Allahu Akbar.
Sudah.
Okay. Soalan seterusnya.
Hangat.
Oh my God.
Mi mau tahu siapa your idol?
Idola.
Idola.
Okay.
Atau any macam favorite movies kah that you jadi comedian Anika?
Okay. Alright. As I mentioned tadi, Ana minat dari Raja Lawak. Okay. So masa Raja Lawak, I grow up watching Johan and Zizan. Belum lagi dorang bertamu. Dorang single-single dulu. Jadi Jozan tu dorang Johan and Zizan. I like Johan because of his confidence. I like Zizan the way he script his apa namanya ke
sets of jokes.
Sets lah. Caranya menyampaikan itu tapi confident wise cara menyampaikan Johan I like.
Okay. Yes.
When they combine, I said ngam. Pasal seorang writing nyaman, seorang menyampaikan nyaman. And then when dorang dua bertamu, nyaman lah. Macam it really complements one another.
Yes.
So Atu was my kira idol watching lah. Yeah. And then after that ada Tian Nabil. Nabil was good at some parts lah. Maksudnya I'm not saying that he's not good in all parts, tapi I have my own preference lah. Maksudnya types of jokesnya macam tu. And then datang Tia Sepatu. Oh, that really changed.
Oh yeah, that really changed everything. Yes.
Like the way how I see comedy, the way macam I was thinking it goes here, but it goes here.
It goes there.
Macam tu. So Sepatu really shake the world of comedy in my in terms of pemikiran lah. And then Zero. The trio is so good. And I've met them personally.
Wow,
I've met them personally. I have the pictures and everything. I can show you later. Yeah. I met them personally. Personally, dorang cali. Cara dorang berfikir personally pun macam, macam mana boleh terfikir macam tu macam tu. Itulah yang membuatnya very macam mana semangat jadinya. Macam bukannya Bebon ni bukannya macam asal saja saya Bebon. Dorang punya art sendiri. How they do, how they write, how they maneuver all the things. Itulah yang brand. Dorang yang sebut tadi ni adalah my idols lah. Kalau in terms of Melayu. Okay. Tetapi I don't want to limit myself to one cara saja, Melayu saja tu.
Yeah.
So I ada jual venture untuk mendengarkan orang barat punya itulah jokes lah. And few of my favorite are Kevin Hart, nombor 1 lah tu. Kevin Hart tu, tapi agaknya ada some of the things that dia punya jokes satu we cannot implement here lah. Macam ada
memang western,
macam
western
lah.
style.
Tapi it's not bad for them lah.
Yes.
Tapi agaknya from my point of view, there's a lot of ways for you to bebon, dah payah jadi macam tu lah. Macam dah payah menyakiti hati orang, apa itu ni. Dah payah buka aib orang, dah payah macam tu lah. So, tapi ada some part of his joke tu, the things that I learned from Kevin Hart would be every problem, you can turn that into something happy. Macam after certain time lah macam tu. So I have been through so many problems in our life juga, yang membuatkan dia cali nanti macam tu. So macam contoh baru-baru ni I was membeli cucur pisang. If you guys tahu di Lambak hampir milih mewah tu, ada satu cucur pisang namanya cucur pisang Sispian. Ya tu nang laku tu every pukul 5 pukul 4 tu nang panuh tu.
Subuh?
Pagi.
Pagi nak sama je cakap pagi.
Siapa beli cucur pisang subuh?
No, sama je cakap pagi. Bukannya patang. Exactly, patang kan? Ya, aku cakap pagi.
Usulnya ke dia makan subuh.
Artinya maybe you mimpi tani nikah pagi kali ya.
Ya Allah ya Tuhanku. Okay, you suka Jumat ke Minggu?
Suka Jumat. Ya suci sikit tadi Jumat.
Okay, hari Minggu tani sanding, Jumat nikah.
Boleh.
Sudah.
Okay. Taruh saja semalam Jumat.
Jangan. Okay, so back to the story tadi ya. So I was parking like few cars away from the cucur pisang tu. But then kan cucur pisang tu mesti menunggu. Over time kereta ni keluar. So I realised that my car was, kalau dari cucur pisang tu, my car is the first one like to reach bah.
Yes.
And then when I go back kan mengagal ke kereta ni, di mana-mana dia sering jalan raya bah. Di jalan raya tu ada orang menghon, nyaring. So I turn to see lah while walking. Dia tahu ada kereta dia masuk sebelah mereka ni. Putih juga.
Selamat.
So aku masuk lah, aku melihat apa ni mohon-mohon ni. So aku masuk serius, buka pintu belakang, kan masuk cucur pisang ni. When I buka sudah masuk, jurit juga. Jurit juga. Tapi I didn't see anyone. I didn't see. Yang ada rupanya ada passenger, ada driver. Jurit je ni kau.
It was also the same jenama car.
Tidak.
Just the color.
The color is the inside is black, the outside is white.
Yeah.
So I buka pintu belakang, masukkan kepala aku dulu. Jurit je ni kau. Macam tu lah. So orang depan ni tahu sorry ni. Ohnya sorrynya dia sempat memandang. Sorry. Bukan cerita aku. Macam tu. Maaf, siapa yang aku buka pintu tu, minta maaf kita.
Nade. Kalau mi honored mi tu kan dah buka le Nade.
Masya Allah, alhamdulillah.
Ya, nanti kali jadi isteri buka pintu kan. Nombor kalah ni pick up line ni.
Sudah. Soalannya tadi apa tadi? Sudah. Idol. Okay. So Kevin Hart yang barat, Kevin Hart, Jokoi. Jokoi is one of it. And then Trevor Noah. Tapi Trevor Noah kadang-kadang hit and miss for me. So kadang-kadang I like, kadang-kadang macam patah je dari dia macam tu. Sikit lah. Tapi other than that, he's a very good writer. I love how he write. I love how he sampaikan dia punya jokes. And then as you know, Trevor Noah dia perform sampai Royals dah dia perform juga. So itu very good lah. And then Michael McIntyre, I don't know if you know him.
British.
He's very good pasal ia punya Michael McIntyre, I learn how to communicate with the audience. Kalau you see his show, ia banyak bercakap dengan audience. Ia banyak sama macam Jokoi. Jokoi ia banyak on the spot orang yang on the spot atau yang di anunya. So it means that he's very good in improv. He's good in visualizing what is in front of him. Dia je berset tu orang-orang tu. Cerita ya nang awalah cerita. Tapi in the mustahil that di studinya. Contoh ia akan perform di Hawaii. So ia akan tahu orang-orang datang ni sekarang confirm berselipar ni. Confirm banyaknya orang macam mana.
Hawaiian style.
So itu di studinya lah supaya kadang kalau orang datang ditibaknya. So I learned that from yang barat lah juga. So I mix derang lah. Yalah contoh. Di Brunei my idol ada few actually di Brunei. If you know Taufik Ilyas.
I've heard of him, yes.
So he's a actor, he's a comedian. He can change his persona. Macam contoh, you mau jadi serius bapa, dapat.
Yes.
You mau jadi jahat, dapat. You jadi sedih, dapat. So I learned a lot from him. Very close with him as well. He is one of the legend lah di Brunei ni. Hopefully people will realize that he's very talented.
He is very talented.
Very, very talented. He's very talented. Macam indah ramai orang yang dapat buat. Indah ramai orang yang dapat carry characters like he do. So he is one of the comedians that I look up to lah. Other than that, Imula dan Kasum. So kadang-kadang dorang sebenarnya membawa komedi itu in terms of lakonan, which is payah. Pasalnya you are given a script that you cannot, it's a fixed script.
It's a fixed
you cannot kan improvise apa yang mereka dapat tau. Tapi they are able to do it with their action, their facial reaction, mereka punya pergerakan. So itu yang, because awal-awal dulu I didn't realize lah. Tapi sudah I got the opportunity to berlakon with them on set. Ya Allah ya Tuhanku, so funny, so good.
They were the best.
They were the best. So itulah orang-orang that I consider my idol. And paling penting, my mentor, which is Zainal Bustaman lah. He opened up my mind where benda tu kalau aku dah pelajari dari ke dia, I wouldn't have the skill of writing. Because Zainal Bustaman, no one, I think mungkin banyak orang tahulah kali jual, tapi for me, he did the work bah. He did the orang usaha tu dibuatnya bah. He quit his job, he goes to London, do 100 shows di sana. He really learns about ani, take classes and everything. So, ia bukannya menumpuk kau cari satu indah. Ia dipelajarinya barang tu. He did the hard work bah. Which is nampak ujungnya, cuba lihat kalau ia writing his writing itu very pap cali. Kalau kami macam dragging lagi mesti diceritakan lagi baru tercali cerita. Ia anda payah macam ia pandai menstructure menstructure ia punya set tu. Pap ha. Kalau kami pap mana hanya macam tu. Nana limpas ni cali macam tu. So for me, I respect him as a mentor. And then kalau ia perform pun personanya siok bah, lihat muanya, facial reactionnya. Macam itulah. Ia yang banyak introduce me to how you really become a true comedian lah. And then I belajar juga from newbies. Maksudnya orang-orang yang baru masuk Bruhaha. Macam contoh Aiman, Akib, and then Ziggy.
I have a friend there too, Malik. Yeah.
Oh my God. Tapi it's just that Malik itu yang malah buat English. So malah kami dah bertamu. Tetapi kalau kami bertamu, I really like his, ia relax, santai saja. Tapi semua pap haha. Tapi yang dia ketawa. Kalau macam aku bercali, aku juga ketawa. Macam tu. Macam awak dah logik lah.
Jodoh kah? Sorry, Ayana dah dapat share. Tunggu halal lah.
InsyaAllah. Masa ni Bluetooth saja buka dulu. Okay. Alright. Ini untuk apa kan sebenarnya? Saya jawab Halim.
Yang ini. Because it's symbolized at Lights Off podcast. So bulbs. So bulbs yang indah menyala. Lights off.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Banyak cakap ya.
Macam Macam mana Mak? Kenapa?
Itu aku yang buat sendiri tu. Nak adalah mau melawakan meja saja.
Kan ada dalam Islamnya, if you don't have anything nice to say, keep quiet kan?
Yes, that's correct. I want to know your challenges and difficulties on being a comedian.
Okay.
I want to know before, during, after belum.
Okay. Alright. So before, of course lah, malu tu pasal selama ni I mention to you kan, selama ni yang dalam di rumah sama dalam classroom, tu which is orang-orang yang I kenal, so I feel comfortable sudah. Kalau sudah on stage, I don't kenal je tak orang-orangnya. Dah kan aku jumpai dulu semua orang baru tu perform kan, bayahan. So that one was one of my challenges lah. Tapi itu tu, as I mentioned before, Zainal Bustaman is a very good mentor. Dia bukan saja mempersiapkan Tani untuk membuat set, tapi mempersiapkan Tani supaya sekarang during performance day, what to do and what not to do. Macam itulah. So that's why I said to all of my followers ataupun yang viewers, if you really want to learn about comedian ni, jangan belajar sendiri. Maksudnya jangan lihat YouTube, belajar saya dari sana ataupun baca buku ataupun baiklah bergurulah juga. And then kalaupun kan mau, you can go to Bruhaha Comedy. Kadang-kadang ada tu workshop juga, where I came from as well. So I really learn a lot. Bukan aku kan mempromo Bruhahan ya, tapi it's just that I want people to know dari sana I really learn bah. Bukannya macam saja-saja saya masuk, bukan. Tapi I really banyak acknowledge things dari sana daripada aku belajar sendiri. Macam itulah. Of course, talent and kebolehan itu yang dapat diajar. Tapi structure boleh diajar. So that sayang kan, you already have talent, tinggal melawakan.
Yes. And that's where Bruhaha came in lah.
Correct. So tadi soalannya pasal apa tadi? Challenges. Okay, itu sebelum sebelum tadi malu tu stage fright tu. Tetapi as I mention tadi, awal-awal takut kan, nervous. Tapi sudah I on stage, nampak saja audience, hilang bawa rasa takut tu. I don't know why lah. Tu mungkin indah sama dengan other comedians, tapi for me, I feel that. I feel like when I'm holding the mic or I'm on stage, I feel like home. Macam, this is where I belong. Macam itulah. Tapi challenges yang awal-awal is takut itulah, malu. And then masa during, of course lah, ini fear of all comedians lah. Takut joke satu, indah kana. Indah kana satu, indah calia tu indah apa tu. Indah suka kalau joke satu hurting other people punya feelings. Itu yang paling ku takut lah. So that's why, alhamdulillah, that's why I said Bruhaha ni is a very special place for me. I feel like Bruhaha ni is a very family. Macam contoh kalau one day you become a mother, you wouldn't want your son to do something wrong, right? Macam kalau you nampak sudah your son itu doing wrong, you akan terus tegur kan?
Yes.
Same like Bruhaha. Bruhaha, when we already finish our set and we present our set to Bruhaha akan say, jangan macam ni, jangan macam tu, jangan macam ni, jangan macam tu. Some people will feel like it's tedious. Like, lepas banyak jadi dia cari tu pulang. Bukan. Sebenarnya it's actually helping you to become better. Helping you to avoid things sudahnya terjadi tu pulang.
Yes.
Tetapi ternyata manusia. So we akan terlepas dari tersasul, terlapas dia during on stage apa. Itu we just have to face and learn from it lah.
Yes.
And then it will take time. It will take time for you sekarang terbiasa tu. Sebelum disabut tu akan terfikir kau tak jangan aja terus.
Yes.
Kalau masa
ada switch button.
Tapi masa awal-awal akan terlapas lah.
Yes.
Tapi itu tu my greatest fear number one, yang dia cali. And then after yang dia cali, what is my go to response?
Yes.
Kalau badan-badan dia cali. Backupnya. So itu mesti ku fikirkan. And then number two, yang tadi tu, I don't want my set itu ada yang menyinggung perasaan orang. Especially macam kalau we talk about people lah. tu kadang-kadang people akan sensitif lah. Macam contoh, benda tu nak darah tani, tapi ada darah orang. So that one need to be careful lah. Number 3, kalau masa during itu, I'm afraid of going off overtime. Which is I tend to do. So macam contoh, kami each comedian kena bagi 5 to 7 minutes. Cuma itulah that's the duration. I tend to go 15, 20, macam tu.
Yeah, I always on YouTube tu I always nampak you lihat tu orang macam okay, come my time.
So my eyes is always at the back.
Yeah.
So kalau nya sudah macam ni nya, kadang-kadang diorang pakai flashlight tak? Artinya menandakan 10 minit.
Yes.
So I can already know I need to wrap up. So pasal bukan apa, I want to respect other comedians juga. Other comedians is respecting their own time. I need to respect juga.
Correct.
Pasal the show is running, not only my performance, ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 performers. So I have to respect them juga. Pasal kalau aku ambil banyak masa, dorang terpaksa cut dorang punya masa. Macam itulah. So these 3 lah awal-awal masa tu I was. And number 4 is acceptance of people. Pasal di Brunei ni, tani culture tani bukan culture macam barat. Ataupun ada negeri jiran tani where komedian ni is benda yang dorang dapat accept. Tani di Brunei selagi-lagi dengan tani mengekalkan Melayu Islam Beraja. So tani barang-barang entertainment ni kurang sikit. So we tried, which is, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's just that a challenge for us comedian to venture this journey lah di Brunei. And then selepas tadi you mention would be kan selepas satu kan you akan jadi, bukan pelanggan cakap ni, kalau benda ni dicakap jadi riak. So tapi benda tu tidak dapat dinafikan, ia terjadi. So you jadi terkenal. People will know you.
It's bound to happen.
Macam tu. So people will start to know you and want to know more about you.
Yes.
How they want to know more, they will start following you. And then mengikuti jejak you. Where sampai ia ke tahap they would know your next step. Macam tu. So itulah for me, my fear is people knowing my life too much lah. Tu pesannya ada baik dan buruknya. Macam yang baiknya yang baiknya is knowing people care about you. Tu baiknya lah. Tapi buruknya that takut kadang ada privacy for myself.
Personal life
tu. So because ada some things that I would love to keep personal macam tu.
Yes, correct.
Tu kadang-kadang susah kan lah. And then also once you already out there, banyak dia, alhamdulillah, syukur alhamdulillah, I'm not complaining, banyak dia jobs coming in. Boleh pulang di reject tak ada masalah. Tapi kadang-kadang macam dia je sampai hati mereject ataupun macam perlu juga that income tu untuk menampung kehidupan.
Yes.
Tapi by doing that, as you know, I'm working with government as well. So I have a day job. So artinya if I accept things itu, I can only do after working hours.
Yes.
So
correct.
artinya kalau I do day job dan malam buat juga, mana tak masa dengan family.
Exactly, that's correct.
So itulah one of my challenges is membahagi-bahagikan masa, in which masa awal-awal tu kan baru-baru hype, jadinya semua kan dia accept. So, ani kan mau aku, ani kan mau aku, semua. Sampai at one point I was burnt out. I was burnt out. It affected my health. And then sampai terperuduk di katil, I cannot move. I cannot. Itulah not well lah artinya.
Dia dapat makan macam makan tak kenyang, tidur tak lena.
Kalau mau makan tu baik lagi tu. Ani langsung dah mau makan lah jadinya. The pressure is too much that you takut in the mid deadline.
Yes.
You know, macam day job ada deadline, malam job pun ada deadline. And I'm a comedian where I have to prepare set.
Yes.
Show satu bergimbar macam hari ni ada show, esok ada show,
Yes.
Kan I do the same set.
Yes.
So the pressure of doing new sets laju-laju and making sure it's 100% cali, it's so stressful. Ya, daripada enjoy doing jadi have to do.
It's a habit instead.
Macam have to do tu pulang wah. Not things that you get to do. Macam tu.
Correct.
So lama-lama it affected my mental health as well, and where jadi anxiety, jadi macam depressed jadinya. Tapi alhamdulillah I found a way to tackle this. Then alhamdulillah it lead me to masjid. Masya Allah.
Masjid.
Alhamdulillah. So dari sana I learn to prioritize things yang lebih penting, which is agama Islam lah. So maksudnya I dahulukan Allah from everything else.
Yes.
Gitu. So artinya biar I lose jobs, maksudnya I reject jobs because I prioritize mana yang penting dari Islam. So dari Islam penting is your family. So rezeki itu penting juga, tapi if you jaga your family, Allah will cukupkan you. Macam itulah.
Yes, correct.
So dari sana I learn to be okay with having minimum. Maksudnya indah macam orang lain di luar sana yang ya ada di sini, ya ada di sana, ya ada di sana. It's okay. I biar aku ada ni saja. InsyaAllah Allah akan mencukupkan.
Yes.
Macam tu.
Dia payahkan semua. Asal kau working on your pace. Macam tu saja.
And then I become more tenang. I become indakan menchase dunia. I chase akhirat. And dunia start following me. Cuma tu.
It's okay. I belum follow you. Belum halal.
Masya Allah. Can I follow you kah?
Of course.
Because my momnya follow my dream. Kau. Aduh.
Kalah. Mie.
Tak. Tunggu. You from sekolah mana kan? Maksudku dulu sekolah menengah.
Menengah?
Yes.
Maktab Sains.
Bukan calang. Then after Maktab Sains you go?
UBD.
Terus?
Yes.
Terus. What course? Faculty.
Kalau my turn kan dia kan jadi guest. You jadi host.
Yes.
Faculty. Ceritanya macam mana? Dulu mi Faculty of Science, Computer Science, FOS. Tapi because my brain cannot take it.
Bila ni?
Tahun 2018.
Wow, ambil FOS. Lim Lihun.
Yes.
Dr. Lim Lihun.
Yes. And then mi tukar faculty ke geography, FAS. Geography. Ya tak, macam I know all the maps in geography, but I don't know the map to your heart.
Tapi geography artinya you mesti good in maths ni kan?
Not really. Atau geology.
Atau geology.
Yes.
Tapi dulu I'm very good in maths because I can count on you. Semut je.
Nama kalah macam mana ni?
Semut tu semut tu bro.
Gigi takut.
Selalu rambut.
Tapi tak apa, masih je dapat dibalas sikit-sikit.
Okay lah.
Yes. And then UBD.
Then baru UBD. Tapi in FAS, Indah jadi di FOS.
Tak. But I was in FOS for 2 years. Bertahanlah kali macam Indah tahan, pindah. So I extended my semester lah. For 1 year. Baru je graduate bulan ni. Tahun ni bulan 8. Bulan 8.
Biasalah cintakan butakan.
Indah graduate sudah dari uni, tapi belum graduate sama you.
Dulu sekolah ada belajar.
Jaga.
Ada belajar bahagi-bahagi kan? Macam
bahagi-bahagi.
Bila tahu you kan bahagiakan mi.
Before mi bahagiakan you, macam mana you kan bahagi masa you dengan komedi sama mi?
Awal sudah kena set ni.
Wow. Mesti fikir laju lah.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Alright. So tadi soalan yang awal tadi is challenges lah. So alhamdulillah dari ujung sekalinya is selepas which is I mentioned to you challenges would be masa for family lah. Especially I have a daughter. So masa sama Ya macam mana tu? The moment yang hit you is the moment when your daughter says to you, babahnya, bolehkah malam ni you jangan work? Rasanya kan stop everything rasanya. Rasanya when she said
Yes.
that, I feel like I want to stop everything else. I don't want to do it again.
Kalau me in terms of that, it's my mom. Lagi
Ah.
parah macam.
Tersandi.
Lai. Saya kenapa mak? Kau kerja kali malam ni. Sekarang sampai petang kali. Dia tahu kalau ada overtime macam itu. Kali dan mama cakap, ya pasal mama ni kami terbawa jalan sebenarnya.
Sakit tu.
So I was like, Ma,
sakit
can we do it tomorrow kah? Macam tu. Tomorrow confirm I don't have anything. Macam tu. Then satulah. Tapi rasa tu macam,
yes.
entering what life, this is what you get macam tu. Tapi at the same time I really want to focus on right now on balancing my work and life balance lah.
Work life balance.
Yeah. Macam aduh.
Benar tu. Sakit tak? Sakit. Tapi for audience luar sana tu lah, ni I learned this the hard way lah. If you want to success in life, tu nak indung lah.
Yeah.
Indung tu jaga. You jaga your indung properly, Allah will jaga you properly. Trust me.
Yes.
Pandai. Indung senyum betul. Allah pernah cakap banyak, if you want to see Allah tu senyum, you make your mom senyum.
Yes.
Senyum Allah tu. Wah.
Yes.
Tarik tu boy.
I really truly believe dalam keberkatan ibu tu.
Benar. Seriously.
So I think kalau even right now, walaupun diri masih sudah umur 25, I'm 25. You berapa?
Cukup untuk menikahi you. Salah, defeatnya aku dengan untuk dikir.
Anang mi expect sudah. Macam tu.
34. Coming 34.
It's okay lah 11 years.
Okay lah. 25 sama 40 Nabi Muhammad. Okay lah. Come on.
Well, I truly believe it.
Connect. Bluetooth.
Yes. Nasib bukan macam avatar lah.
Jangan
macam tu. But I truly believe in keberkatan ibu tu. Indong lah. Because right now, me even as a 25 years old, kalau kan keluar jalan, minta izin.
Yes.
Mesti minta izin masih. Macam I've come around with a lot of kawan tu, dorang dia minta izin. Dorang macam, mak, aku jalan satu jalan. Ni rasa lain tu. Macam,
rasanya.
Macam kamu Indah minta izin kah? Macam ya, tapi Alhamdulillah, so far my mom is very happy. Tapi adalah at times where she is like macam, nadangan ni mama jalan kah? It's like, sakit rasanya. Yes.
Tapi you cuba ni lah. Ni I've been holding to this for so long lah. In anything, usually macam I will do it kalau every time I have a show. No matter it's for corporate or my own show. I was always, sebelum I go, I will call my mom ataupun jumpa my mom. Mak, aku kan perform ni, doakan ku mak.
Yes. Me tu juga selalu.
Yes, masalahnya tu lain tu. Lain jadi powernya macam power up terus.
Power up terus.
Macam there's nothing, kalau sudah you, and then memang terus doakan semua.
Yes.
Rasanya awal tu macam pakai baju shield. Anything kan kau buat pesan ni, I have my shield.
You're good to go.
Yes,
macam tu.
itulah.
Me masa exam tu. Exam. Before, even before kena suruh tutup telefon tu, telefon mama dulu. Ma, adik kan masuk ni ma, doakan adik kan aulainya. Okey tu, ada mama doakan di sini. Macam tu.
Memang sudah.
Macam okay, now I can do it.
Yes.
Macam tu. And look where I am now.
Yeah.
I'm graduating. I graduated pun for her.
Yes.
To see masa 21 August last time, to see her happy, smiling, her last child, me, anak bungsu, her last child, to see semua naik ke Menara Gading tu. That's very satisfying for me.
Alhamdulillah. So tuan-tuan dan puan-puan tadi hari ni ada kita lihat betapa pentingnya indung tu dalam hidup tani. Okay.
Yes.
Dan itu bertamu tadi dengan segmen seterusnya.
Segmen seterusnya. What are the best strategies for
keluar kita tentang nada. What are the best?
What are the best strategies for memorizing your comedic bits?
Okay. I don't memorize my script. Sorry. I bukan pelanggan ambong, bukan pelanggan I don't memorize, I fahamkan.
You don't even take
Not word
key
by word.
takeaways.
Nada. I fahamkan. That's why if I do my set, it must be a flow.
Yes.
You know, it's a flow from top to bottom. Macam tu. Ia jalan cerita. That's why my type of comedy tu ia macam bercerita lah. Guys, aku dari ni. Macam contoh, if you lihat yang yang pasal keusahawanan tu.
Yes.
Ia daripada aku.
I really like that part. I'm so sorry. I just really like that part.
So aku dari terdapat my own airline. I become jadi pilot. Dari pilot jadi stewardess. Macam tu. So dia jalan cerita itu ada flow bah.
Yes.
Dia lepas satu jadinya I would automatically hafal.
Yes.
Kalau I faham barang tu. And it just flow. Pasal kalau I memorize word by word, ia jadi in the cali bah.
Macam ketara that you're memorizing.
Correct. Sama kalau aku pun lupa, ia hendakan
improv.
Contoh kadang-kadang if you see that usahawan tu, banyak I berhenti melayan orang tu pelanggan. Tapi I come back to my set.
Yes.
I come back to my set tu pasal the reason why I ingat pasal lepas sebelum tu pasal ni. Confirm bertamunya ni. So ia jadi indah susah tu pelanggan.
Yes.
Itulah. I don't memorize, I fahamkan. And I feel the room. Kalau the room would goes me to go continue with my set, I continue. If the room feels that I should go here, I go here.
And then or if you should go connect with the audience, you go with the audience.
So for me, it's a flow.
Yeah.
So I realized this with all comedians di luar sana. Sepatu reunion, Zero. Dorang mana ikut? Dorang ada set. Tapi kalau sudah during the moment tu, it goes south.
Yes.
Go south together. Jangan try to go west. Nampak tu you break. Then mesti sini macam tu.
Yes.
Nampak tu. So better you just follow saja wherever it goes. Gitu.
The flow saja.
So the flow, chill saja.
Get the flow like this also.
Macam tu. So if to answer your question, I don't memorize, I fahamkan. Itulah.
And then have you Najib pernah macam kena criticize harshly on your performances?
Alright, so macam ni. Pasal Brouhaha tu was very good bah. Very good in preparing us in terms of dari awal bah, stage 1. Stage 1 is menulis, writing. So dari sana sudah kena render. So dari render tu, it minimize the possibilities that you will be bashed. Contohlah Tapi as I mentioned just now, tadi ni manusia. We will never know. We will go south during the performance. And then dia tahu kadang penerima orang lain. So for me, as long as you know already you did your best, whatever people gonna say, that one jadikan saya pengajaran. So next time, improve lah.
Like I said at Adli, constructive feedback.
Yes. Tetapi dia juga boleh luan you ambil ke hati. Pasalnya tani dah dapat fulfill semua orang punya needs.
Yes, we can't make everyone happy.
Correct. So mana yang you mesti imbang-imbangi juga. Kalau the negative comment satu less daripada positif orang lain semua. Contoh daripada 100 orang 2 orang yang komen back.
Negative.
So artinya dia jual tally tu.
Yes.
The other 98 people disagree with them. They are okay with it. So this tu, tapi jangan jualan ignore. Tapi ambil jual saja, ambil terima saja. Terima, tapi lihat dulu apa yang orang komplain ni. Benar ke indah gitu. If kira benar, then try to improve it lah.
Yes.
Kalau dapat diambil baiknya, we ambil.
Correct.
Kalau sekira macam dah dapatlah aku ubah. It's either you just keep quiet or kalau
take
you can
it as something constructive feedback saja.
itulah.
Yes. I thought you were gonna say 4 orang bah tadi sebab
Bahasa.
untuk 4 orang saksi ijab
Oh,
kabul.
wow. Masih ni.
Masih
Dia
bila
nak
ada
turn off
chance,
switch
bila ada chance bukan chance I would do it.
Dia ni macam ubi bah. Ya kalau ubi itu kan ya diam-diam berisi kan. Kalau you diam-diam ni suka.
payah macam mana mengetikkannya kerajaan tanian ni.
Okay, soalan
sudah,
seterusnya.
sudah. I would like to know this very much. Apa paling the comedy bit yang paling best that you write and why?
Okay.
Please bagi tahu satu Melayu atau satu dan satu English.
English nada.
English nada pernah.
Nada. Okay, mungkin kalau you have to give me English juga, that will be my graduation set lah. Pasal itu yang pencetus pembukaannya lah. Itu mungkin. Tapi kalau in terms of yang I puas hati, benar-benar puas hati, is only two. Number one was my makeup set. Jadi pengangun. Yang aku datang pakai baju cerah Melayu.
I watched that and I'm like, oh my god, Najib.
Itu pasalnya kalau sudah sampai stres, bukan stres lah, sampai mengalir air mata to berlatih for that set. Ia punya impact tu kuat lah. Macam tu. So that set really effortnya 100% lah. Like I have to interview so many pengangun, so many makeup artists, so many acara, so many orang yang baru-baru kahwin that I don't know who they are. I just know baru kahwin. Terus aku macam agak saja, can I interview you guys?
Baru-baru you approach macam tu saja.
I approach, okay guys, aku kan buat, minta maaf aku approach kita baru kahwin kan baru-baru ni. I'm going to do a set about orang kahwin. I want to know your challenges. I want to know what is and then satulah dari sana just to get feedback satu. So and then I interview few of makeup artists, pengangun benar-benar, lihat apa dorang punya problems that they face with customers, especially makeup artists lah. Makeup artists ni actually kesian ni dorang ni sebenarnya. They are undervalued bah.
Yes,
people correct. Di Brunei ni macam macam mana? They don't know the value bah.
Yes.
The value of makeup artist ni sebenarnya tinggi bah. Ganya sudah orang put harga orang satu, mahal je, si anu murah juga. Kita rasiano.
Nah, jangan dia panggil diri ni.
Sama barang-barang makeup ni indah murah. Macam itulah. So, itu means a lot to me pasal of the effort. Okay, another one that I can highlight juga is set baju tidur. Baju tidur yang sama Silo. Because yang tadi itu stand up comedy then I venture to sketch kan.
Yes.
To have Najib and Loh show tu.
Yes.
Itu tadi belum cerita tadi tu tapi tak apa-apa.
Kalau ikan cerita kan boleh juga.
Okay, so Najib, after doing so much of stand up comedy Malay saja Malay. And then Zainal Tia give me and Loh an opportunity by approaching us saying that, Jeb, Loh, kamu nak mau buat kamu punya own show kah? Kami terus skill lah. Boleh kan? One night tu kamu sebenarnya. Boleh ha? So boleh nya. Bahannya buatlah nya. So we did one.
Yes.
Tapi dalam hatiku, this is my opportunity. I cannot go to Maharaja Lawak. I bring Maharaja Lawak to Brunei.
Yeah.
So the same set yang ada musical, ada band, ada sound effect. So I bring that experience sama. It makes orang Brunei yang dapat pergi ke KL untuk melihat di Brunei. So I brought that. So I discuss with Loh. I macam arrange lah. Ada cameo apa. Sama macam sepatu lah basically. So I did that. Itu nyaman. My best set was masa yang baju tidur. Ya punya talent was me, Loh Dato' of course and then Nina, and then DJ Nazri and Fatin Faisal. That was so good. So good. Because kami punya first Najib and Loh show, ia punya duration panjang lah. Almost 3 hours. And then the second Najib and Loh show was Salam Bigar Got Talent, where there's a lot of orang masuk cameo. Itu we hit 3 hours plus, which is feedback from audience was too long. And then baru kami refine benar-benar the third Najib and Loh show, which is the baju tidur. Tu kami refine benar-benar mesti within 2 hours. Tu baru the best. That's so good pasalnya yes, short and sweet. And then the last show yang kami ni is baju sekolah. Yang back to school. Itu pun okey je. Tapi most memorable itulah
Baju
yang
tidur.
Baju tidur. That's so good.
If you don't mind me asking, kenapa ia jadi last show ah?
Apa tu?
Kenapa ia called last show?
Okay. Itu I cannot disclose so much. Tapi let's just say that Loh is going out soon. Going
Okay.
ke luar negeri lah for medical reason apa. So I have to put on hold lah. Pasal I don't feel good juga doing things without him. I rather hold dulu lah. Lagipun I think it's good for me juga. I need that break. So I don't know when we'll be back together. Maksudnya to create a show. But then I want to be there for Loh. I want to support him as well. So mentally and physically, I want him to know that I'm not gonna do stuff without him. Even though sebenarnya ia suruh. Dia maksudnya, jangan berhentilah. Just
buat.
tapi I just don't feel right.
Yes.
So, susah senang sama-sama.
So you are not going to be in the Bruhaha tour?
I know.
Dah.
Yeah. So that one, I think, tapi you guys should watch. Because,
yeah, I'm planning to watch.
Yeah, because the comedians yang performing dalam mana tu is way jauh lebih bagus daripada me and Loh. Pasalnya, bukan apa, diorang tu buat stand up comedy. For me, kami membuat sketch.
Yeah.
Sketch ni maksudku seorang drop, seorang boleh cover. Seorang lagi seorang ikan cover. So jadi rata tiap. Walhal kalau you stand up, you drop. Dan ada orang akan cover you. So artinya dorang punya 100%-nya tu mesti 100% good. Macam tu. So dorang punya writing tu ada satu pun flaw. Dorang I really benar-benar. Ini bukan nganjong dorang. I think I've already said this to them pun juga that they are far more better than me. Pasalnya dorang punya writing skills, I cannot do that. I cannot write very short. Yang padat tu aku dah dapat. Aku jenisnya bercerita, draggy, bla 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 macam tu. So which is not good sebenarnya, macam luar draggy. Ya mesti pap ha macam tu.
Yes, correct.
So I respect them. I cannot do what they do. They are very talented. Benar-benar seriously every each of them tu jauh lebih bagus daripada kami. Kami tu pakai saja persona maksudnya overrated lah hanya dorang. Macam maksudnya Najib and Loh. Confirm cali ni. Tapi walhalnya itu it's just a brand yang cali tu. Tapi we do lah our best. Tapi in terms of technicality, cara writing, cara penyampaian, cara the difficulty level, dorang tu lagi handal. Kalau saja masa ni I join them, nampak tu jauh bezanya. Maksudnya I will be very far back jadinya. Pasalnya dorang have been doing stand up tu dari dulu. Kalau kami pacah lagi jadi iklan, jadi advert, jadi sketches. So utak tu campur aduk dia in the concentrate. And then dorang ni juga dorang main improv.
Yes, improv.
So improv tu will enhance dorang punya quality of stand up comedy. Pasal they can do improv immediately. I cannot play improv.
Tapi pick up line dapat saja.
Pick up line. Kalau you sebenarnya if you see me as kalau you see me overview you akan nampak I am reliant on my pick up line saja. You take out the pick up line, I'm done. Benar. So that's why kalau dorang in the depending on anything in every level dorang cali. Kalaupun dia drop, dorang akan dapat improv. Dorang punya structure nyaman. Me, you take out my pick up line, habis, done. Nasib saja that I'm very rajin menulis pick up line untuk simpan.
So that I can tulis Arafon atau
Arafon notes. I have like
boleh sudah aku screenshot
1,000 kali sudah. Banyak boleh. Tapi pick up line ni ia ada maturity date. Maksudnya membalik-balik stay pakai people kan gitu. Macam pick up line lampu atau balik-balik saja. You tahu apa beza you sama lampu. Balik-balik sudah pakai people akan anu ni.
Macam minyak tu.
Minyak tu macam banyak sudah balik-balik sudah orang pakai. So ia mesti you keep on dengan semasa lah. Pakal saja I rajin tulis. That one. Kalau aku dah rajin tulis, habis. Itu saja the difference. Other than that, sebenarnya yang tour ni sekarang, yang upcoming ni is very strong. Pasal the newbies is very funny. Banar-banar. Masa aku turun, masa orang berlatih. Macam, ya Allah, ya Tuhanku. I'm so proud. I don't know other comedians kalau aku kejumpahan orang yang lebih bagus dari aku, I will be so proud because yes, now our team comedy will
It's getting
be
stronger and bigger.
Macam aku jadi suka tu pulang macam I would give way tu pulang.
Yes.
No, jom sini. And then I would want people to watch tu pulang jadi.
Yes.
It's not about competition, it's about the community itself. Pasal di Brunei ni Tani punya comedy scene ni dah besar bah. Kalau Tani lagi berbunuh dah mau maju ni geng.
Dah banyak lagi. Just one more.
Okay.
Ani tapi I think you answered my question pulang sudah ni. Have you ever blanked on stage? Which I know from your stories tu macam you dah pernah.
Pasal kalau aku cakap benda ni jadi riak bah. Itu I don't want.
Indah apa?
Indah pernah pulang. Indah pernah dah nauzubillah min zalik lah. Nauzubillah min zalik. Tetapi bukan blank, is more on terdrag terpulang. Macam contoh, patutnya I go, macam I'm supposed to go A but then the situation makes me go B. Boleh I go B, tapi laju-laju go back to A. Tapi indah B-nya jauh hutan dulu.
Jauh sampai ke sepitang.
Baru balik ke A. That's my problem. Tapi to blank out jarang. Pasal as I mentioned to you just now, Bruhaha has prepared me so good where I would not blank out on stage because of the guideline they have given me. For me, not memorizing my lines helps a lot. Ia mengajar aku untuk memahami my set. When you faham, you will
like that.
Laju bah jadinya daripada you menghafal. Macam tu.
Sama je lah. Macam I think macam kalau sekiranya subjek je mathematics, kalau you memorize, that's why you have a hard time doing it. Tapi kalau you faham,
sipun ia akan terjadi situasi lain. Ya, you akan faham structure-nya and how it works.
Correct.
Ya bukannya satu way saja.
Okay.
Itulah dah bilang. Tapi tu untuk menutup mungkin lah ni habis dah kan
Habis.
Okay. Untuk menutup, my advice to those out there yang berminat dalam bidang komedian ni and want to venture, I don't mind you go to any mana-mana pun dah semestinya Bruhaha. Tapi kalau you want to, please do go to orang yang benar-benar experience performing. Supaya bukan apa, supaya you get the true guideline of what to do, what not to do. Like pasalnya benar-benar berguna on stage. Kalau dorang dah ada this fundamental ni, you akan hancur on stage. Nampak tu your structure. Ya kan, kalau macam Islam tadi punya tiang yang mengukuh tu is
sembahyang 5
waktu apa tu. That's our tiang bah. Kalau our tiang tu is firm tadi atas tu. No matter ada angin kuat ke ada apa, you will still perform. Same goes to comedian ni. If you punya framework awal-awal, you kena guide sudah what does and don't you. That's why you tanya tadi kan, you pernah kena bash ke? Pasal fundamental my structure awal tu sudah kukuh. And sudah indalah atau riak je cakapan comment proof ya kan ada jorang kan komen, tapi indah seteruk.
Correct.
Pasalnya you already tahu what not and what can you say. Sama kami go through Moha juga, ada Moha censoring gitu. So dari Moha tu pun ada menagur-nagur juga, kalau boleh Moha lagi very strict dari segi pakaian, dari segi pergerakan, dari segi perkataan. And then especially for us sketch, kami akan bergaul with laki bini kan so jarak sentuh anda boleh apa. So itu helps a lot in avoid people punya pandangan buruk lah. Macam tu. So Alhamdulillah. That's why yang rules and regulation ni sebenarnya kami bersyukur terpulang. Daripada merungut is more on bersyukur. Alhamdulillah. Pasal ia akan men-save us in the future. Dah akan ada orang menghit buruk-buruk lah. Tapi kita, then again, Alhamdulillah, and I hope that it will continue in the future juga for us and also for any other people lah. So my advice tadi for those yang baru kamu menceburi, please do learn from, I'm not pushing beruhan ya, in any platform lah you can ceburilah. Maksudnya belajar dengan orang yang pernah, so that you get the correct guideline. Yang sahih.
Okay. Itu je. Ada lagi closing pick up line? Mana satu ni? Ya Allah.
Sudah tak?
Sudah?
Sudah tak?
Habis ah?
Sudah.
Sudah habis ah? Iya. Seperti tamatnya cerita kita ni. Allah. I feel like I'm breaking up with you. Sudah. Okay, thank you Najib for coming.
Satulah last. You tahu apa beza you sama mikrofon ni?
Miss sebenarnya tahu, tapi teruskan.
Okay, alright. So mikrofon ni untuk membesarkan suara kan. You untuk membesarkan anak-anak mi nanti.
Itulah. Oh my God, so power. Speechless. Sudah. I'm raising surrender flag here. Habis. Alright, thank you Najib for coming. Thank you so much for contributing your time tonight. And to all the audience, if you are encountering this moment right now, please like, subscribe and turn on the notification button.